to our main workshop meeting. We're going to get started as we standardly do with our invocation and pledge. So I'm going to invite Pat up to get us started, and then we'll start with the meeting and workshop. I'm ready for you. I know, I just said hi.
No worries. How you doing?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May
Please don't trip.
I know that's fun. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Get out of the car. An elderly Florida lady did a shopping and, upon returning to her car, found 4 males in the act of leaving with her vehicle. She dropped her shopping bags and threw her handgun, proceeding to scream at the top of her lungs, "I have a gun, and I know how to use it. Get out of the car." 4 men didn't wait for a second threat. They got out and ran like mad. The lady, somewhat shaken, then proceeded to load her shopping bags into the back of the car and got into the driver's seat. She was so shaken that she could not get her key into the ignition. She tried and tried, and then she realized why. It was for the same reason that she had wondered why there was a football, a frisbee, and 2 12-packs of beer in the front seat. A few minutes later, she found her own car parked 4 or 5 spaces further down. She loaded her bags into the car and drove to the police station to report her mistake. The sergeant, to whom she told the story, couldn't stop laughing. He pointed to the end of the counter where 4 pale men were reporting a carjacking by a mad, elderly woman described as white, less than 5 foot tall, glasses, curly white hair, and carrying a large handgun. No charges were filed. Hospital rules state that patients checking out must have a wheelchair. One day, a newly graduated nurse assistant came into the room to find an elderly man fully dressed. He was sitting on the bedside chair and with a piece of packed luggage at his side, all ready to go. When he was shown his wheelchair, he was adamant that he was fully capable of walking himself to the parking lot. But the assistant told him rules were rules, so he relented and let her wheel him out. In the elevator, the assistant asked the elderly man if his wife was coming to meet him. "I don't think so," he replied. "It takes her a while to change her clothes, so she's probably still upstairs in the bathroom, taking off her hospital gown and getting dressed." Y'all, please bow your heads. Father, thank you for another month getting together and learning more about the bees and how we take care of them. Bless each one here and bless and show favor on each one at Gary. Protect each one of us as we go to our separate homes. Bless the food, nourishment of our hearts. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you. All right, now we're going to start as we normally do with our old business. And of course, I'll try to keep the meeting portion of this short, but please blurt out if you have any questions. And let me give a quick shout out to Sarah in the back. Thank you for bringing snacks this evening. Also, I believe we had Elisa, where are you at? Chance, you guys brought some snacks too. Thank you guys all. So we appreciate you guys bringing what's over there. Enjoy between this and the workshop that we're going to have here in just a few minutes. Make sure your hives are registered. Now's the time that we're all making splits and getting more hives and figuring out how many hives we do have. Make sure they're registered with the Department of Ag. If you need help or you need inspections, you can get a hold of Paxton. I've been keeping this information up here. We are going to have, during this workshop, a table set up where you can use this computer to register, and we'll help you if you need help doing that. So you're welcome to do that while you're here as well. And if you need a paper registration, I think we actually have some of this also, if you prefer to do it the old-fashioned way. I left this slide in here from last time just because I want to welcome our beginners again. We had 84 folks sign up for our beginner class this year. A record number, which is really, really cool. We're so excited that we had that many folks. So thanks to all of you newbies that are here, and we hope that your beekeeping journey is off to a good start. If you have any questions, look around you because there's lots of folks here that would be happy to help, I'm sure. Yes.
If you're registering your hive, what if things change as you're going on?
Then you can update your registration. Yep, absolutely. And that's why I said make sure to update, because a lot of times, like I'll register mine very early, probably like March, April, May, as soon as you start doing things, but then things are constantly changing. So I'm always going in there and just updating that registration. I don't know if this video will work. Oh, look, there it is. It's the only video I got. It was so cold, but we attended the Morgantown North Pollinator Plant Sale. Here as a club, we provided education along with the West Virginia Department of Ag and the West Virginia Conservation District to the folks that were there buying pollinator plants. It was a really, really fun day. There was a lot of folks that came out, surprisingly, for how cold it was. But it was a lot of fun for us to be able to engage with folks. So that was a cool thing we did the last month. I don't think we had any other old business. Was there anything else that I missed? No? On to the new stuff. All right, at our last meeting, we made some changes to our bylaws officially by vote. You'll notice Article 3, Section 2 has been changed. I should have made it red, but then sometimes red's hard to see, so I didn't do that. But the very last sentence was added there. And it says, for the 2025 election cycle, the vice president will be limited to 3 consecutive one-year terms instead of 4, which is the standard for officers here. That was what was voted on. So that language was added, and then we'll actually remove that next year after the election cycle because there's no point in keeping old stuff in there. Any questions there? Formic order. If you guys need formic acid, that's something that we buy here in bulk every year. Let us know. We have a sign-up sheet. I don't know if it's out yet. It's probably in my bag right here. But on the break, I'll send it out. If anybody wants to sign up that way, you can. You can also sign up on our website through the member portal. We have a sign-up sheet that's been up, and I will pull that here in the next month, and we'll make an order and get that formic delivered to be brought to our club picnic. Yeah, the next month, probably by June. I'll probably cut the order off right after our June meeting. Any questions on formic orders? And if anybody would like any other treatments or have questions about getting other treatments, please let us know. Our next meeting is a treatment workshop where we're going to be trying a bunch of different kinds of treatments. So if you have any specific kinds of treatments you'd like to try, that you've never seen, that you'd like us to get to kind of share with everyone, please let me know because we learn more when we learn together. We do not have an updated treasurer's report for this month. Amy is not here. She had some other stuff, so she wasn't available to be here, but this is what happened last month. We had a lot of beginners class income. That's because we finished up our beginners class last month. We also spent some money on educational materials and printing. I will tell you that we are working on our grant right now, and that's actually why I didn't want to go in and redo the finances by myself without having Amy here. Because if you guys remember, we got that $17,000 grant last year, and we're finally starting to spend the money on it. So this might look a little bit different next month. just to kind of better display how that's gonna work. But I haven't got a chance to get with Amy on how that was gonna work, so I didn't do that without her. So, I will tell you that we spent $1,094 on suits, and we spent 2,000, or do you know the numbers? Karen? You don't have to know. It was 2,000 and a couple dollars on, model like, bee equipment and things like that.
Yeah.
She doesn't, I can see her pulling out the paper. Would you like to tell us how much we spent?
Yes, I can, if I can find it.
I appreciate you, by the way.
Sure. I just have to put my hands on it. It was $1,598 on suits and $2,022 on models.
$2,022 on models. Okay. So the way that this grant works, if anybody is curious, is that we pay for the items, then I submit an invoice, or we submit an invoice to the Department of Education. They approve the invoice. There's a little bit of back and forth, and then eventually they give us a check to reimburse us for what we spent up to that $17,000 that we're granted.
A little bit of back and forth. Mike, I had to draw a map.
Okay. It's a lot of back and forth. It is not, the back and forth part's not fun, nor is it easy, but we haven't figured it out. So we are going to get reimbursed for all of the things within the big grant. And as I mentioned before, if anybody has thoughts or questions or ideas on how we should use any of those funds, we're always looking for extra help, so please let us know.
Mike.
But we're off to a nice start.
I'll share that I presented to university high school students to their BOAG classes, and I'm really glad I teach elementary school. So I did 2 classes there, and then I have scheduled for Clay Battelle High School next week. And I think I've talked them into putting a hive in their blueberry bushes. They're having trouble. They have a big patch of blueberry bushes and no blueberries. And so they're going to add an apiary at their school.
Okay, and that will be a part of our grant as well. So we'll be providing them the equipment and funds to get that started as we move forward. And we only have 2 years to use all this money, so we're going to be spending it fast, which is why I want to make sure when I show it to you guys, it makes sense. So if anyone has any questions as we go through that, please let me know. State report? Deb, you have anything to report for the state?
No, just the upcoming fall conference.
September 12th and 13th. Yeah, registration is open for the West Virginia Beekeepers Association Fall Conference. September 12th and 13th in Lewisburg at the West Virginia State Fairgrounds, if any of you guys are familiar. It's called the West Virginia Bee Fair. It's going to be a fun event. There's already 5 or 6 vendors, I think, that we have lined up for it, as well as 3 or 4 speakers, if not more than that. There's going to be some in-apiary sessions since we're doing it a little earlier this year, so some folks can get some hands-on experience. If you're a beginner, I don't know how many beginners we have here, and I see at least a couple, you get into that event for free. So wait, don't register yet, because you'll get an email at some point from the state association with instructions on how to do that. Everyone else, you got to pay, but it'll be fun. Also, what is it? The Honey Show Beckley, yep. I don't have, that's not listed on our calendar. We have the West Virginia State Honey Festival listed, but the state will be hosting a honey show at the Honey Festival in Beckley. I don't know if you guys do, if you go to the conferences, you kind of know what the honey show is. It's where you can bring your honey and get it judged, or bring your honey products or hive products and get it judged. Not the West Virginia State Honey Festival that we normally attend, but the one in Beckley is going to also be hosting a judged honey show. North American Honey Show Training Council Honey Show. I don't. It's one of those huge acronyms. I don't know what it is. I probably should know, but if you are on your master beekeeping trail and you need to get ribbons, or if you just want to try your hand at showing some honey, that show in Beckley would be where to do it. It'll be later this year, and I will get more details on that date and try to put it on our calendar as well. Oh, and remind everyone, state dues are going up next year to $10. Is that right? Yeah, state dues are going up to $10 next year. August 15th. So I'll make sure to add that to our calendar before I send out the newsletter. Yes.
How about the one down Louisville? They do the honey show?
There will be a honey show there, yes, at the fall conference, at the bee fair. Yeah, there will be one there, but there will also be one at the honey festival. It's just an extra one this year, I guess. Plus, yeah, but the one at Parkersburg won't have a judged honey show. So the other two will. So if you like to get into that honey judging stuff, those are your opportunities for the year. Food products and everything. Same as it was at the last festival where they did like cakes and they do poems and they do wax bars, all kinds of random stuff. You can look for the rules on the West Virginia State Association's website. They're all those rules are listed on there. You can find all the different categories and what they offer. Any questions? Swarms and removals. How many of you guys want to do cutouts this year? Are you gonna come up here and say to do them?
I actually did do already that one last week.
Well, you gotta come up here and do them. If you are interested in doing any sorts of removals, be it swarms or in-home removals, get with Elisa or myself to get on that list. You can also register for that list on our website. Basically, the way that we get reached out to, it generally comes in through the extension service here, where they just call us directly, or it comes in through Facebook. Quite often, folks will randomly Facebook message our group, or they'll randomly Facebook message one of us, who then reaches out to one of us. But then we try to share that in as many ways as possible. If it's a removal, we'll look for the members that are close by that are interested in doing that. If it's a swarm, first thing I always do is I put it on our Facebook group. That's generally how people respond to those the quickest. If you're not a Facebooker, I'm not a Facebooker, I'll be honest, so I'm not even on there. I have to go to my computer to put it on there, but that's where I see a lot of people interact, so I try to do that for folks. Second, we would send out an email. We normally don't get to the email stage because somebody normally grabs the swarm from Facebook. So I would say if you do nothing else on Facebook, the club group is a good resource for catching swarms. We try to put as many of them on there as possible. I think I just put a tree that had fallen the other day that somebody ended up contacting me and getting. Very easy removal. It was the tree fell in the middle of the road and bees were just exposed, so they just walked in, pulled the combs, and took them. They're not always that easy though. But if you are interested in doing any of that stuff, please let us know. New beekeepers, if you need mentors, let us know. Mentors, if you need new beekeepers, let us know. We need to know how we can help you and how you need help. So be vocal about that, especially here at these meetings. This is where you're going to meet people. This is where you're going to be able to find somebody who can be able to mentor you. I'll put something in our next newsletter so that I can get a list of folks who do need help and where they're located, and then I'll send that out to all of our members. That way our more experienced members can take a look and see who's in their area and see if we can't match some of you guys up as well. Club picnic. At the July meeting, we've been having our club picnic the last few years. We decided at the last meeting, one of the more fun things we got to vote on was we're gonna have chicken and hot dogs. So please come, bring your sides, bring your desserts. We'll provide, bring your drinks if you want to have drinks. I mean, we'll provide water and stuff like that, but if you want to have fancy drinks, bring those. We'll provide the plateware, the condiments, all of that stuff. You bring the energy and we'll have a good meeting. That's also when we'll bring our treatments. So make sure you get your order in between now and next month so that you can come to the club meeting, pick up your treatments, and then go home and treat your bees. Any questions? Looking forward, please work. Yes. I'm gonna stop putting that little thing that I normally put up because I've learned that I'm recreating the same thing like 4 times just to put it on the slideshow. So you guys are gonna look at the webpage. For May, we only have this club meeting. In June, we actually have Westover Pollinator Upkeep Project. That is on June 7th from 10 to about 11:30, just depending on how long that stuff takes. Shauna, do you want to give a quick shout out on what we're going to do there, just since you're here?
Sure, this is what, our 4th year, right?
Yes.
So our 4th year, and that's how Westover became a Bee City USA affiliate. We started with this little project, and hopefully we can grow it a little bit. I have a little proposal that was sent to council last night that I'll email to you, and it's about like a compost, a community compost and community garden.
Okay.
So anyways, I'll send you some email so
Yeah.
we can read up on it.
So, and for those of you guys that don't know, and I've probably preached it a million times, but we are members of the Xerxes Society, the Bee City USA program through the Xerxes Society. And what that means for us is we made a pledge to promote pollinators throughout the city of Westover. A really cool thing for a beekeeping organization to get to do to show that we're in the community and we're helping folks. And so every year, a part of our pledge is to do at least one community service project within the city of Westover related to pollinators. We have what we call a pollinator triangle that we started the first year. We've grown that now to 2 sites. We have a pollinator triangle and we also have a pollinator square that's over in the park. We have another garden that we've started putting pollinator plants in. This year we'll be doing those 2 things as well as building pollinator hotels with members of the community that they can take home. We may be trying to add some more sites and other things in the future. This is a really fun event. I encourage all of you guys to come out for it. It is not a long event, but it's a great way to engage with the community in like a very quick, fun, feel-good kind of way. We often go out for lunch afterwards, so that's fun too. But it's a lot of fun, so please do come out. We always want as many volunteers as we can. It's not fun when nobody comes. July's our club picnic. I talked about that. August is, our meeting is on the 5th. Wait, let me get back to July. No, that's just a club picnic, that's fine. Our meeting's on the 5th of August. We are, I don't remember what our meeting topic is, and I didn't write it down on here. Do you remember?
August, isn't that gonna be Steve Verpaski?
It is going to be Steve Verpaski. Yeah, Steve Verpaski's coming in August to talk about single brood management. That's what that is. So if you guys have ever been curious about like brood management styles, different ways to get boxes over winter, basically, Steve is going to come back and talk to us about that in August. Really cool to have him close by to be able to come give us talks. He actually has a book on this as well that he's written through Whitwas Press. And we haven't gotten to have this talk here yet. He's done it at a couple different conferences, I think, but I don't think we've got to see it here. They hit a little bit different in the more intimate setting, so we might get a little more information out of them. I'm excited for that. The end of that month is the West Virginia State Honey Festival. That's August 23rd and 24th. And you said the Beckley Honey Festival was the 16th? It's the weekend before, I believe. 15th, 16th. So the one in Beckley is the weekend before. And then the West Virginia State Honey Festival is the 23rd and 24th. We will likely be, we haven't been officially asked yet, but we will likely be asked to see if we can find a man to do the bee beard there, so there might be a bee beard there this year. They always ask us to have a booth there, so they always have a booth. We do beekeeping education for the kids. We invite, at any of our events, any event that Mon County attends, we invite all of our members. If you have honey, if you have products from the hive, please come share education with us, sell your products. The people from the community love having that interaction, and they don't get it as much as they should. So anytime we can provide that, we like to do it. So please come out, sell your wares. I know Parkersburg's a little bit far, but honey sells really well at Honey Festival. So
It's just a great time. I mean, they have vendors there, they have the entertainment, there's lots going on.
they do. Yeah, they have a stage. The setup's going to be a little bit different this year. It's going to be a little more tent-like than the building we were used to previous, but it may turn out to be better that way. So, yeah, the building was a bit miserable, so I think that this might be a good move for us. But I'm excited for it. We'll see how it all turns out. Yes?
I see you shave.
I did shave. Practicing for the bee beard. I didn't want anyone to recognize me. I was late, I was trying to sneak in. On September, our meeting is a feeder workshop. Oh yeah, it's a different kind of workshop where we're actually making things. So that'll be a fun workshop. We'll have a few different items that we're making, including feeders and other things. So that's something exciting to look forward to in September. Then we'll be attending the Mon County Fair. We'll just have a standard booth set up in September. That's the entire week of the 9th through the 13th. And the 12th and 13th is our fall conference, the West Virginia Bee Fair. So that weekend we won't physically be here. We'll have a booth here, but it'll be unmanned. But if anybody who isn't going to the fall conference is here and wants to sell honey and wants to attend, it is available for your use. We had quite a few members do that last year. I think it worked out well for you guys. So, or it was enjoyable at least, whether or not it worked out. Yeah. Good. Not that it's all about selling honey, but at that time of year you want to be able to sell some honey at the fairs. So, I'm glad that it does. That's all I've got for September. October is our monthly club meeting where we vote for new officers. And what is the meeting topic? Do you remember? I probably did write it down like this.
Winterizing that we do in October along with the.
Oh, our annual, see, if I just click the buttons. We have an annual roundtable on winterizing as well. So I actually did do my job and put all this stuff in here. So that's become kind of a staple here where we all kind of sit around and talk about what our winter plans are, how we're going to winterize our hives, how to better winterize our hives if we didn't do well last year. Kind of workshopping with each other. That's the last formal meeting we have of the year before the dinner in November. And that's on November 4th. Any questions about meetings? Those are also listed right here. I could probably just have done this. Yes. That's correct. I believe so. That's what's up on their website is September 9th through the 13th. And I just looked, I made this slideshow 4 days ago. So I just pulled up their website when I was trying to put all this together. So unless it was an old date, that's what they went with this year. So
When is Parkersburg?
the Honey Festival, August 23rd and 24th. It's Friday and Saturday, right? Saturday, Sunday, sorry. Any other questions about events? Perfect. It's time to take a quick break, get some snacks, go to the restroom, and we're getting ready to set up for a workshop. As soon as maybe 5 minutes from now, I'll let you guys know what all the stations are, and you guys can have some fun. Make sure you got door prize tickets. I see door prizes here.
So, what are the deets for the 19th? The details. Sorry, I was trying to be fancy. I was trying to be cool like a kid. Okay.
They wanted us last year,
You
but
just have it for Monday, right? Is that, I mean, I think you just asked me for Monday. Okay, I'll have to look at my calendar. Okay, I wrote it down. So what time is it?
We'll probably get started about
Okay.
I recruited while I was at high school.
Did you?
To come and help Charlie's
Sounds like so much fun. Okay. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah. It's like, do not sign me up. He doesn't do chaos. So what are you gonna have me do? Well, why don't you just put me in wherever you
I signed up to. I'm doing good. I find it late every time.
I'll do just for the meeting.
or healthy dinner. Are you sure you can pop over? No, he took a softball to the calf. Yeah, Lacey. It's very exciting. They're good. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to talk about them because so I can't do the 19th. I got a document at 9. I'm sorry, I can't do the 20th. You got me on the 19th.
Okay.
That would be fun. No, they're two. We got 4. We had like a queen cell. We did, yeah. We had like a queen cell like explosion last year, and Charlie came and helped me. And so we did splits, and we ended up with 5 hives, but then like one queen didn't come back. And so we had like lame workers. That was a bit of a disaster because I kept like shaking them out, and then they kept like going back, and like I had to shake them out. And finally, I was just like, you know what? I just let them live in there until they died out. I was just like, it's not gonna hurt anything, you know. Just stay there and be happy. They couldn't figure out. Yeah, I know. I took them like forever away and like shake them out, and then they come back. But no, so we're gonna get into them. We've been into them twice, and we're gonna get back into them on this coming weekend. I'm a little worried about one of my hives. There's like way too much activity, so because they might. I want to check for queen cells.
We're going good.
Yeah.
I was wondering, actually, yeah,
We had some apple trees. I would have to work on it.
Yeah.
So glad we
shingles on the ridge, on my ridge.
You're a Batesville, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. That would be deadly. That's a lot.
And then Wednesday they came and they were putting powerful.
Oh, gosh, Karen.
Oh, okay. We don't go in there because we didn't like it. We had mailed some today. They were fine. I said, back down to the house, get another. They're never in there.
Do you have any plans for sale?
Well, so then I had no water, and I was like, so, and I've been running to my daughter's apartment for school, shower.
Oh, gosh, Karen.
It's such a big smash. But then that night, like 10 o'clock at night, yeah, shower and water.
I know.
As long as I heard people that was 4 days, 5 days.
Did once.
Wow.
I'm gonna look on Friday. I'm sure this weekend again.
Else you there?
Yeah.
It was a good time to merge out. Everyone's on
Yeah, that's us. Josh. We have a muskrat. Ours is a muskrat.
Pickles, like jelly. My kids showed their spouse my big tray had all the and then stick around and then probably
Yeah. Right.
Are you gonna try to get them to get me back or just get rid of them?
over the hills. So the kids were scared. So she called him. Yeah, that was.
I mean, I've seen it happen, but
I
like,
hear about it.
have you?
I hear about it. I wonder, it might link, like it might have,
Yeah,
you
like,
know, if it's still connected to the root.
push it back if you want.
Yeah.
All right, time to have some fun. So we have all the way in the back, we're gonna have a workshop on woodworking. So you can get some hands-on practice playing with some frames, looking at equipment that we use to put equipment together, something that's handy for beekeepers. The middle table in the back, we're gonna be talking about taxes, super fun. We're also gonna be talking about honey labeling requirements. So if you have ever been curious about whether or not you should charge sales tax or whether or not you should pay sales tax. We'll talk about that in the back there. Over to the right where you see Christian and Linda standing, they're going to be talking about what it's like to set up for honey sales at a farmer's market. You can kind of see a setup there, ask questions, talk about displays, labels, things like that, aesthetics. And then up here at the front, if anyone is interested in registering for the Department of Ag, I have our computer set up over here. So please feel free to utilize that. If you need help doing that, we have some folks over here who can definitely show you how to log in and do that. And while you're doing it, enjoy in about, I don't know what time it is right now. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
This one's in.
No, your login password should stay the same. Whatever you set it as when you log in, like when you set up your account.
Nice. That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking about for the club? Oh, for the club, no, you set it up. So, okay, for the club, for the member portal for the club, when you register as a member online, you automatically get access to that. Because through your online registration, you have to put in your email address and your password. So it automatically, that's your password to log into all of our Monongalia stuff. There isn't like a code password. No. No, there was when we first, the first year we did that, and then we moved to everybody has their own accounts. So, digital payments, yes. All right, well, enjoy the workshop. Please have fun, learn some things, and if you're not learning anything, let us know. In about a half hour, 40 minutes, I will do some door prizes. I don't know what time it is now, but
Fantastic. That is a nice frame.
Yeah, and they had 2, 3.
I think we gotta get together.
Yeah.
Show me all your wisdom.
Oh, serious? Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Oh,
So now
God.
that one's so proud that
That's funny. You gotta love it, right? I'm trying to think. So when we had all of our pieces, what we didn't split. What we did was trying to remember. We had so many. There were actually like I think we had like 7 queen cells. And so what we did, Charlie should be, yeah. So what we did though is that we made one split. No, so we did. So this is what we did. We had like we did one split because I didn't have a lot of beans. I had lots of queens, but not a lot of beans. So we couldn't split too much. One we did fascinating. It was like 3 rounds, one frame. And so I would go in and check after however many days I was in 16 days. So what I would do is I would check every day and like check and see, and you could see their growth, you could tell. And so I would go in and it was
one more announcement I forgot. If anyone is a veteran or knows a veteran who is interested in being a part of a veteran-run apiary here, through the Mon County Beekeepers Association, and through the Department of Agriculture, and through a couple other nonprofit organizations, please get with me because I have some information that I would like to share.
And I would clip her. And so I caught 3. I had 3 queens that way.
The program I'm talking about is
Charlie.
the very specific apiary that
I kept
we're
one
looking
split.
for veterans that help be a part of.
We did help that one time.
Mission Believe is
Yeah, but I mean, I never heard when they said that they make it. Like I tracked her down by some points because what would happen is because what Charlie warned me. Mine got pretty dark. Mine got dark. Yes. And then on each watch, they hit and so I was just check it. Because what Charlie said, I mean, I did. Like, I went in every day. What Charlie said would happen is if the teen comes out and you don't catch her soon enough, then she'll sting the other T cells. We didn't want to lose the other T cells. And so I just, yeah. He's so smart. He's so smart. Just switch one. How do you know which one's gonna? So what was interesting? So there were 3 T cells. I want to say on like one. 2 of them had beautiful, best looking leads, and the third one, it never came out. Yeah, like it didn't.
Well, and she was telling me,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I was telling her about the land lurkers. That was so fascinating. It was yeah. It was fascinating. I love my bees.
I'm sure you have not introduced. Here, let me come back here to my booth before they grow up.
Yeah. What am I doing?
I went out and we had to like just shake runs on the field. I'm like, what a job.
I know. Our drones. So this winter, what we ran into, this winter we put Vader made quill boxes. So we put quill boxes full of cedar shavings, and then we put the lids at insulation. And then even though we had enough room, for some reason the bees decided to make all the drone attached to the bottom of the quill box. So when we took the quill boxes off, I had to like scrape. Oh, so gross. So gross. It was really gross. I don't know. All of them. I don't know why. Very gross. One thing we didn't do was flip-flop the boxes. Because we've got deeps on the bottom, mediums, and I just, I know that some people say, because my queen was in the medium, like, but she was laying in the bottom as well. But like some people say, like flop them, right? So yeah, so they lay up. But then I've read other people say they'll lay down. I was just like, you know what, Peter? We do a lot. We don't really manage. Yeah, we don't really like manage our pretty much like we watchers that help them. We're like, and that's the cool. It's like, oh, mom, just they'll take care of it. They know what to do. Just you can trust them. You don't well, I mean, it helps that we eat what we get. Although we've decided, because we just gave a bunch of it away, like we can't do that to the honey of people here, so we need to start selling it. And so
I started selling it too.
Yeah.
But I'm just doing t-shirts.
Yeah.
Pretty much just
Yeah.
Yes.
We gotta kind of get together with you.
I know.
It's hectic.
Yeah.
You know how school is, so the summer's up, and so sometimes
That'd be
in
great.
June, probably come out and see what your house looks like.
Thing to those toilets.
Okay.
They're still dysfunctional. I would love some. Yeah, just.
I think you gave me the phone number.
Yeah, but I gave you my number, but I didn't.
Oh yeah, because we called each other.
Well, you didn't call me, and I don't know. Could you call me, or could you put yourself in here? Do your kiddos have to test?
No.
Do all the testing?
No. Well, they did some, but there's nothing really
That's what we're getting ready for. There we go. Thanks.
You there?
Yeah.
I got your number.
Oh, 901?
Yeah. So did the bear ever come back and get your stuff?
What's that?
You said the bear was in there trying to get into your.
Yeah, no.
Never came back?
No, then we survived the fire, we survived the bear, and we survived. We had a fire. One of the maintenance trucks for the county had a bad break or something, and it caught on fire. And the grass was dry, and it was a windy day, so it just at the school, and it just blew that fire everywhere. The whole field got out, and they were trying to put it out. They couldn't. They called the fire department. They came out, and they were having trouble. And if I have pictures, it burned all the way around. It melted. I had a plastic fence on T-posts around it. Melted the fence, burned it black. Didn't touch the hives. Wow. And the smoke, all the bees just went inside. And by the time, there's a smoker. Yeah. And by the time the firemen were rolling their hoses up, the bees were back out working. They were back in business like nothing. Yeah. But I had put landscape fabric down and then a bunch of mulch on top, and then put the hives on to keep the weeds out. And it was wet. It was held moisture and didn't have the grass to burn, and so it just burned around the apiary. And isn't that funny? So I did it at home.
Weed eating around mine.
I know. Yeah, no more weed eating. I just put all that.
Well, I'm not lifting them to do it now. Too late.
Yeah, I put. Let's see if I have a. Whoops, there's kids. There's the school. So I weed eated it, but this has mulch, and I'm going to redo the mulch that's in there.
What kind of mulch?
Just wood chips.
Yeah.
Just wood chips from
Well, did you say something about landscape fabric?
Yep, I've got a piece of black landscape fabric underneath that.
Underneath the fence?
Underneath the mulch.
Oh,
Yeah.
underneath the mulch.
Yeah, let me see my one at home. Here, I did it at home too. Yeah, I put a piece of black landscape fabric down, and then I put for the bears. If they tump it over it, that's what saved me the last time.
Oh, that's what fit into the.
And the
block.
wind, into the block,
Wow.
yeah.
That's a great
So
idea.
I put ratchet straps. Yeah. I know, after the whole bear thing, I keep a ratchet strap on them. Definitely. Oh, that's good. That's good. So we survived, and then a tree fell in that big storm, and it missed the apiary by like 2 feet. It was so scary. It crushed
You're
my
gonna have the best bee here. It's like you've got a force field over them.
Look how close. It crushed my table, crushed the
Oh
fence,
wow!
and there's the tree. Look how big.
Yes.
And then that one hit another tree. Oh, 46. Yeah, that was on one side of the road, and then that was the other side. I tell you, we'll be cleaning up trees forever. It just came really close. So, yeah, just blessed again.
Sounds like you've had quite the adventure.
I know, it's always an adventure.
Being a beekeeper isn't boring.
Yeah, I was going to send her the thing on the The wire for the electric fence.
You have special wire? You have ribby wire?
No, it's just wire, aluminum wire.
You can throw the hose in it?
Tractor Supply.
Okay, you can track it, yeah. Well, I went from a 0.67 joules to 6.7.
Uh-huh.
So I've been pretty good. I should be able to stop the use.
You-
Stops me too.
Do you have this? Is this the way you do it? You got the,
Yeah, I have those little.
yeah,
I shut it off, of course.
yeah.
It's a huge box, so I shut it off and then I'm sorry.
That's all right.
And I unhook it.
Yeah.
Scott has it right next to the post, and he has a little hook.
Do you have them that close? They're
Uh,
about 4 or 5 inches.
I got 5.
Yeah.
I think I got 5.
Yeah.
5 higher. I think I got 5. Because the one time the bear, not only did he go, and I have one wall too, so to keep the wind off. So he climbed that. And that's when he went through the points.
How do you spell your name? IRMA? MY. MYRN. Yeah, there it is.
It's NY. Not usually done that around here.
There it is.
Oh. Are you gonna buy anything to guess?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it from the stuff online. Not this stuff. Not the stuff the club has. They're gonna sell the strips, right? Yeah.
I'm still doing
MY
MYR.
and okay. So now, save. I'm so slow with this.
And you're doing a lot more than I do. I'm not even doing it at all.
There. You have a phone?
I have a flip phone. See,
So
I'm staying safe.
can I send you a picture? Can you get a picture in that? Okay. So let's see if I can do this again.
We were so done. We were outside, we had spun, and we had left the stuff outside.
So you'll get that. Oh, it shows the bubble wrap on there.
9 o'clock.
Did you do your bubble wrap this year?
Yeah. This is this
I
year.
lost 5 this time. I
Yeah.
know. I
Well,
didn't lose any for a couple of years.
the
And I
thing-
lost it in February. That really, really bad cold one in February.
mine lived all through that, and they right at the end, they died. They starved the last 2 days. Huh?
Because you didn't feed them.
That's right. Yeah, because they got too big, and this has happened before. I'm on the. This has happened before, and I am slow, right? I forgot that what happens when you bubble wrap them. They expand really, really fast, and they'll do a lot of stuff, and there's a huge amount of bees in there. And if you're not up with the food, then
So
they'll
when you
just
put
die.
2 boxes of 2 boxes of honey on there or what? 1 box is not enough?
I don't know what was on there because they had cross grained. I messed up. Another one of those things. I messed up.
Sorry, I'm there
So,
too.
and
I'm there
it's
too.
like you get so busy, and then you say, well, I don't want to take them apart because I'll destroy a bunch of stuff. Guess what? You're going to destroy it sometime. When would you like to destroy it? Now or later, after they raise a bunch of bees in the stuff that's all cross-grained and everything. So the point is that don't get started doing it, because I get started because I put 4 or 5 frames in there and I think I'll come back and fill it up. And you never come back, and you forget about them.
I need from 1.5 to 2 boxes sometimes.
This is taking like 3 weeks
Well-
to get back. I know.
That time that I stopped,
Yeah. 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 I got stung in the head. Every time I got stung, it's because I've been stupid. No, it was like right here. Well, so I was outside here, and it had been out there for like days. It was completely empty, and I thought, well, I'll stand behind the hive and just like reach around and take it because I wanted to refill them. And I know that it got me right on the foot. But I don't really react. Thank goodness. Other than, even that wasn't bad. It was just enough I couldn't get my hands on it. So I know, and so much better now. My wedding gift was too small anyway. I need to go have it stretched. I know that's what I was telling her. I was like, you could get me a diamond encrusted, anniversary band. He went, nah. He's like, you wouldn't like that. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. I would. Yeah.
I was
Right. Oh, ridiculous things. I know.
and so they can't tie it on, so I tied it on for her, and she was watching. Nails are so simple. Yeah.
Can you imagine trying to beekeep? Can you imagine trying to be a beekeeper with like those daggers?
I'm worrying about
I know. I don't have time for that. Well, so my coworker has beautiful nails, and they're actually not too long. They're actually probably a little bit longer, like normal size, but they're always beautifully done. She dropped that she gets what you call them, high-end press-on nails. So I guess because I was like, why does she? Because they were always different. So I guess they're not that expensive. It's just a press-on. But I could not tell. I honestly, I don't care. Not fussy.
the first time you did dishes, you missed them out.
Oh, I'm sure she probably wears gloves.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. There's probably stuff that we should be making, not buying, but like frames.
There was something, we signed up for, I wanted to sign up.
Yes. Yeah, I don't see it out there.
Probably I'll do it. But I'm gonna do that and have to wrap it off or whatever.
Rest you're gonna be here till the end of this thing. That's what the $2,000 are. So that all right, it's time to do some door prizes. I'll grab it. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll grab it. Thank you guys for donating a bunch of door prizes this week. Lots of cool stuff up here. This looks like a coin purse. Oh, yeah, that is what it looks like. This is a coin purse with bees on it. Looks like on a sunflower. And that's going to 262. Winner! I would say you can take that home. That actually works. It's really cute. Thank you. Yes. Oh, these are really cool. These are Be Smart Easy Grip Hive handles. So these screw on to either side of your hive box and make it to where you can lift them easier. I've never seen these before. I don't have to take it because I'm late. 294. Kevin! Woo! Thank you to whoever brought that.